Today we're ranking every single card in Clash Royale.
Let's go! I'm so excited for this.
Shut up, Sleepy Joe. I feel like you're just gonna ruin this tier list.
The only thing I'm going to ruin is that orange tan of yours.
Shut it, Sleepy Joe.
Okay, Fat Orange.
Calm down, guys. The first card is the Three Musketeers.
This card is straight up trash. It's basically telling your opponent to rush your tower if you place it at the back, or just giving them a positive elixir trade.
Now hold up, Trumpy. The Three Musketeers can be so helpful if your opponent doesn't have a direct counters. But I don't use this card, so we're putting it in bad. It can be good sometimes, but overall it's not a good card.
Fine with me.
All right, next card is the Archers.
Pretty good card, not gonna lie. I'd say average.
Agreed.
All right, average it is. And how about the Arrows?
Arrows is a very good card. It counters guards and stupid log bait cards. I'd say average.
Trunk Arrows has such a huge range and deals a lot of damage. Why isn't it in good?
Because, Joe, it's not as good as the other spells.
All right, it's going in average. And what do we think about the Baby Dragon?
It's a decent card, nothing special about it.
It should go in Beast.
Joe, why the hell would we put the Baby Dragon in best?
Because it's a baby. Babies tops anything.
Oh my God, Joe, shut up. Now because of that, we're putting it in bad.
No, not the baby.
All right, thoughts on Balloon?
Worst. Balloon goes in worst. It's only used in fatherless Lumberloon decks, and I hate it with a passion.
I got to agree with Trumpy Wumpy.
I'll put it at bad because it's not a bad win condition. Anyways, next card we got is the Bandit.
It's a pretty decent card. It's not bad, but it can get countered very easily with swarms.
Agreed. I'll put it at average. Anyways, next card is the Barbarian Barrel.
This belongs in worst tier. It's just a worse version of the log.
Now that's completely wrong turkey. Barbarian Barrel spawns a barbarian.
So? It can't push back troops unlike the log.
Trump, that opinion was worse than anything Joe said so far. I'm putting it at good.
That's not how this is supposed to go. We're supposed to rank them on all our opinions.
With your opinions? I don't think so.
Ha ha, Trumpy.
Shut up, Joe.
Calm down, guys. Next card we got is Barbarian Hut.
Oh, I love their pizza. It tastes great.
Joe, where the hell did you get that from?
You said Pizza Hut, though.
We're talking about Clash Royale, not pizza places.
Ignore that old fossil Barack. Anyways, this is generally a bad card. Worst tier it belongs.
Orange Peel, the Barbarian Hut is so tanky. Not to mention it spawns 3 blonde men with swords.
They're called barbarians, Joe.
Whatever. Potato, tomato.
I'm putting it at worse. And next card we got is Barbarians.
They're pretty decent, but not really that special.
Barbarians are so good on defense, though.
I'm putting them at average. And next card we got is the Goblin Barrel.
Goblin Barrel is such a bad card, it gets countered by Snowball, Barbarian Barrel, and the Log for a positive elixir trade. And not to mention it's only used in stupid fatherless log bait.
I love log bait.
God damn it, Joe!
Goblin Barrel isn't really that special, so I'll put it at average. If your opponent doesn't have the right counter, it can be deadly. And next card we got is the Bats.
Bats be wild for real. They're so good at defense if your opponent doesn't have zap or something.
Bats belong in worst because it started the Coronavid 2020-03.
I'm not even going to question that, Joe.
Oh God, we have a long way to go. There has to be a way to go through these faster.
How about we go by 3 cards?
All right, let's try it.
All right, the next cards we got is Bomber, Bomb Tower, and Bowler.
All of them belong in average. They're solid cards, but nothing too amazing.
Isn't the guy on the tower just a bomber?
Great observation, Joe.
Thanks, O'Bunker.
That was sarcasm. But it's so tempting to put Bomber and Bomb Tower at best.
I wonder why.
Anyways, the next 3 cards we got is Cannon Cart, Cannon, and Clone.
Cannon Cart is underrated on God for Real, but nobody seems to appreciate it. And Cannon is an amazing defense card. It should go in best. But Clone, on the other hand, it belongs in worst. It just dies.
Tumpy, why did you put Cannon Cart below Cannon if Cannon Cart has wheels and Cannon doesn't?
Cannon is cheap, and the Cannon Cart needs to be destroyed for it to distract a win condition. So those 3 cards belong there.
All right, the next 3 cards we got is Dark Prince, Dark Goblin, and Earthquake.
Dark Prince is very good for its price, and Dark Goblin is pretty good, but I hate that it's in log bait, and Earthquake is pretty decent.
Obama belongs in good, Pipesucker belongs in good, and World Shaker belongs in average.
Joe, did you just call Obama the Dark Prince?
I'll let it slide for now, Joe. Anyways, the next cards we got is Elite Barbarians, Electro Dragon, and Electro Wizard.
Elite barbarians are hella annoying, but kind of easy to counter unless your opponent has rage or freeze. An Electro Dragon is not bad, but pretty mid. An Electro Wizard is a very good card.
So the Vikings belong in bad, the Flying Volt belongs in average, and the Volt Man belongs in good.
All right, the next cards we got is Executioner, Fireball, and Fire Spirit.
Executioner's a pretty good card, kind of underrated. Fireball is the amazing card, especially for its price. And Fire Spirit is a good, cheap card.
I think Axeman belongs in average, Dinosaur Extinction belongs in best, and Fireball's Little Bro belongs in average.
Joe, what are you calling these cards?
What their name actually is?
Anyways, the next cards we got is Flying Machine, Freeze, and Furnace.
Flying Machine is annoying to kill. Its long range makes it so hard to kill without the direct counters to it. Freeze is so annoying, no questions asked, and Furnace is so annoying to counter as well, especially if they just plop it down at the back of the tower.
So Flying Cannon goes in average, and the North Pole belongs in bad, and the Furnace belongs in bad.
Finally, you said the correct card name.
I'm talking about the Minecraft Furnace.
Trump, calm down.
I can't with this fossil calling these cards the most random thing ever.
Whatever, the next cards we got is the Royal Ghost, Giant, and Giant Skeleton.
Royal Ghost is so good for its cost. It does lots of damage, has decent amount of health. I kind of think it belongs in best. While the Giant is a pretty average win condition, not too bad, but not the best. And the Giant Skeleton is a pretty decent card as well. The Death Bomb deals so much damage, and it does twice the damage to Crown Towers.
So the Royal Spooky belongs in best, the American belongs in average, and the Giant Bone belongs in good.
I think we should go by 5 cards now.
All right.
And the next 5 cards we got is Goblin Gang, Goblin Giant, Goblin Hut, Goblins, and Golem.
Goblin Gang is pretty decent, but once again, only used in stupid log bait. And Goblin Giant is mostly seen with Sparky, but it's a pretty decent win condition. And Goblin Hut is annoying to go against, and the Goblins is a pretty strong cycle card, and Golem is just annoying sometimes without any good counters.
So British Army at average, British American at average, and British House at average, and British Men at good, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson at average.
Joe, what the hell are you saying?
What the cards are called?
No, they're not, Joe.
Whatever, next 5 cards are Graveyard, Guards, Heal Spell, Hog Rider, and Minion Horde.
Graveyard is kind of mid-no cap. Guards are hella underrated, for real. Heal Spell is not even in the game. Hog Rider is an amazing win condition. Put that in best. And Minion Horde is a flying negative elixir trade.
All right, Cemetery is average, Guards are good, Heal Spell is not being ranked, Hog Rider at best, and Minion Horde at worst.
All right, the tier list is looking good so far.
Hopefully Joey doesn't find a way to ruin it.
Shut up, Trumpy Wumpy.
Oh, crap, guys. Michelle is calling me down for dinner. I got to go.
Obama, you really going to leave me here with Joe?
Sorry, guys. Let's continue tomorrow.
Okay, bye, Barricade.
Whoa, Joe, look at the time. I got to go.
Tump, what are you going to do?
I have to, walk my fish.
Oh, okay. Bye, Turkey Durkey.
Subscribe.